Good morning, all of you. In last lecture, we discussed about the chapter energy. Now we discuss about the chapter metals and non-metal. This is the chemistry chapter. We already told about to you. I already told about to you. Element divided into four parts: metals, non-metal, metalloids, and noble gases. In this chapter, we only discuss about the metals, non-metals, and their properties and alloy. 49 to 54 pages you are in syllabus. Other part is not in your included in syllabus. Yes. So let us start the chapter that is a metal and non-metal. So first of all, you know that with this chapter only in chemistry. Chemistry is a very important part of our life. Without chemistry, nothing is possible. Yes, lot of compounds are there. You see, cement, glass, plastic, soap, detergents, paints, medicine, etc. have become an integral part of everyday life, and these parts are made from the chemistry. So chemistry is a very important part of our life. So now we see the what is the metal. I already told, for example, sodium. Sodium configuration is a 2-8-1. In chapter of atomic structure, I already told which one lose one electron. Here they want to complete 8 electrons. It is unable to take 7 electrons. They want to lose one electron. Yes. When they lose one electron, their charge on them is a +1. So if any element which lose the electron, it means electropositive. Now you see, the charge on the sodium is a +1. It means it become electropositive. All metals are electropositive in nature. And yes, if you take the example of chlorine, their configuration that 287. See here, they want to complete 8 electron. But you know that in last shell, third valence shell, 18 electron is required in third shell. But it is not easy to take 11 electron and lose 7 electron. So he tried to satisfy only 8 electron. So here you want 1 electron. So chlorine take 1 electron. Then their charge become -1. It means this is a non-metal. The element which lose the electron, that is called metal. And the element which gain the electron, that is called non-metal. Yes, very easy. So let us start with the metal. What is the metal? Element which have lustrous, which are the malleable, ductile, as well as good conductor of heat and electricity are called metal. This is the second definition. First definition is the element, those elements which lose the electron very easily and become electropositive, that is called metal. And metal have these properties. Metals have physical properties, also chemical properties. But in this chapter, we have to discuss about the physical properties only. So first physical property, malleable, ductile, lustrous, good conductor of heat and electricity. But non-metals are not a lustrous, malleable, ductile. So these properties we discuss one by one. So how many elements are there? See there. In combined state, some elements are exist in combined state. For example, sodium, aluminium, potassium. These elements exist in a combined state. How? Sodium is a very reactive element. So their configuration is a 2-8-1 because they want to lose 1 electron, try to become stable, try to achieve a noble gas configuration, try to complete their octet. So that's why it become Na positive. Same chlorine, non-metal, their configuration 2-8-7. They want to take 1 electron, they take from the sodium -1, and due to force of attraction it forms the ionic bond. So if one element want to lose electron and other element want to take electron, they try to make the ionic bond. Ions form. Positive one is a cation and negative one is a anion. So here sodium is a metal, lose electron. And here chlorine is a non-metal. Yes, gain electron. Gain electron. So sodium and aluminium always found in combined state. Single sodium, that is in a free state sodium not found. It may be in chloride, it may be in carbonate, it may be in sulfate, it may be in sulfite, any other salt also. Chloride, bromide, iodide in combined state. Yes, aluminium sulfate, potassium sulfate. Yes, aluminium sulfate, potassium sulfate. Yes, potassium sulfate, K2SO4. Yes, potassium chloride, potassium bromide, a lot of other salts they found in a combined state in the earth. Yes, and some element which are, these elements are very, very reactive. But some element which are very, very less reactive, that is called silver, gold and platinum. Yes, silver symbol is Ag, gold is Au and platinum Pt. Yes. So these are the metals which are not affected by the environment. Not affected by the environment. That is the silver, gold, platinum. These not show the reaction with the moisture and water. Not affected by moisture and water. That's why not rusted. Yes, that's why these elements are called antique. Antique word, yes, antiquity. The word you see here, antiquity, metals of antiquity. Yes, 7 metals, that is a gold, silver, copper, tin, lead, iron and mercury. These are the metals which are very less reactive and you are able to preserve for the long time. Yes, these are the metals of which are identified by mankind and found useful form of the prehistoric time. These are the elements which are found by the mankind. These are always exist in free state because not try to combine with the other, because these elements, these metals are less reactive in nature. Yes, so these are identified by the mankind and found useful form in the prehistoric time, and we know about this gold, silver, copper, tin, lead, iron from the old time. Yes, these metals help in forming the modern world. These gold and these silver and these antiquities are used in the modern time also. Yes, so this is a very important 7 metals are very important part of our life. Yes, antique means used from the past time. Antiquity used from the past time, and these are very important from the past time. Now also very important. Yes, carbon. Now you see, carbon is the 6th most common element in the universe and is the main element of everything on the earth. Carbon is the 6th element. So everything, actually every organic thing, I already told about the organic matter. Yes, organic compound. Organic compound are those which are made from living things, Organic compound are those which are made from living things. Yes, living things. Living things mean mainly made from carbon and hydrogen. Those which are organic in nature, everything is chair, table, everything is made from the carbon and hydrogen. These are organic. So carbon is the most important part of our life to create the universe. Yes, formation of the universe. The cell in our skin, blood, hair, muscles are made up of mainly protein. And you know protein is made from, yes, protein is made from mainly nitrogen. Nitrogen. In an environment, nitrogen is 78%. When leguminous plants take the nitrogen, it converted into nitrate and nitrites, because directly they are unable to absorb the nitrogen. First of all converted into their salt, then they are able to absorb, then it taken by the plant for their growth, then we eat the plant, then our growth also due to these nitrogen, and our body form the different types of proteins. And protein helps in the growth, to repair the wear and tear tissues and formation of the tissue, new tissues. These are the thousands of the kinds of the protein. 1,000 kinds of proteins are found in our environment. Proteins, our body also. Mercury is the liquid metal that is a poisonous. But when, yes, what is the symbol of mercury? Is the Hg. Mercury is a metal. These metals are very important part of our life. Yes, gold is used to formation of the jewelry. Silver also used. Yes, copper used in the copper wires. Tin, lead, iron, these mercury. Mercury is used in the thermometer to know about the temperature. So mercury is the liquid metal that is a poisonous in nature. And when the mercury is dropped on the surface, it rolls off in the form of small balls. Yes, what it is mean? Yes, mercury form, you know, two type of bonds. One is adhesive and one is a cohesive in nature. Cohesive. Adhesive are formation of the bond between two different surfaces. And cohesive, the bond between same kind of surfaces, same kind. Yes, for example, cohesive, the bond between mercury and mercury only. Mercury makes the bond with their mercury atom or molecule, but mercury not form the bond with the glass. That's why they form the small balls. For example, one student put a question to me, sir, why water is a wet in nature? Because of the adhesive in nature. Water is adhesive in nature. When you see the Fevicol, on the Fevicol, the written is there adhesive because it helps to helps to bind the two different surface together by using Fevicols. Yes, adhesive. Water is adhesive in nature because when you spread the water on the glass, it forms the adhesive bond with the glass. Form the bond with the other surface. So these are the beta metals properties, little bit property. In next chapter we discuss about the physical properties of the metals. But in this lecture I already told you metal is used as an antique, and which metal are occur in the combined state and free state. Metal always exists in two state only, combined also free state, which are the very reactive element which always exist in a combined state, or which are very less reactive that exist in a free state. So in next lecture we discuss about the properties of metals, physical properties of metal and non-metal.